We went 2-0 in our time at AAA, showcasing Chandler Simpson and showcasing Carlos Meza, our #1 prospect, the #1 prospect in all of baseball. So I'm happy with how he's developing so far. 18 years old, 78 overall. I'm really hoping he can get to an 80, then I'll pretty much call him up. But with him being 18, I'm fine being patient. So take a look at our prospects in the organization as a whole. Samuel Aldagari, 24 years old. He will be pitching in the majors next year for sure. But outside of our top two and truly Chandler Simpson, there's nobody on this list that I'm wowed by or in love with. I think that's one area we really got to get better is our farm system. Like Christian Moore, even B potential, 23 years old. I have him at AA just because I want to see him produce. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to be best for development is just producing, and he can't even do that at the AA level. So I just want to get some guys that can produce. We saw Denzer Guzman last clip, I believe, earlier in the video when we were looking at the prospects. We saw him come up big multiple times. I like what I see from him so far. He's only 22 years old, but that C potential, he's trending in the right direction. I like him a lot. Other than those guys, there's really not a ton of people in our farm system that I feel great about. Heading back to the big league club, we lost the third game of the series to the Astros, 5-8. 3 hits for Vladdy, not bad, but couldn't get it done. Jack Kokonowitz in his return to the major leagues, 5 innings, 4 earned. Not great, but technically the loss wasn't on him. We had the lead when he left the game, so that's on our bullpen, which another area of focus. So, really what I want to just get into this episode, we're approaching the All-Star break, we're approaching the Major League Draft. I believe we're 30 days out from that, so I just really want to get us close to that, and we'll go from there. We got a series with Detroit here. We're going to simulate the first game. We're going to lose 3-4. Kikuchi pitched fantastic, and Ben Joyce blows the save. So that is frustrating, but very on brand for the Angels. And then we have a game here against Tarek Skubal. We're going to dive into that one. We didn't see any Mike Trout last episode, so we're going to do a player lock with Mike Trout to get this episode underway, gameplay-wise.
Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Detroit Tigers. We have an absolute treat on tap today as 2 of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these 2 are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the hill, Tarek Skubal. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
One of the best pitchers in the league, arguably one of the best.
And first offering is fouled off.
1 on, 2 down, Mike Trout up. Lefty versus righty. The pitch delivers.
Drilled out towards
crushed
left center
through the
field.
gap.
That's well struck. This one
That's going to be extra
trouble.
bases.
Guerrero around second, headed for third.
We're going to hold it to. Let's go. What a way to get things started for Mike Trout.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Crushed that baseball.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels.
It's what we're going to have out of Mike Trout if we're going to want this baseball team to do well again this year.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Taylor Ward draws the walk, and Skubal is in trouble early.
First and second, 2 outs. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Trout, the lead runner at second.
Solar power
Ward
time.
at first, 2 out of the inning.
The pitch.
In
Crushed.
the air, right field. Carpenter should have this one. He's there.
Not
He's got
far
it.
enough.
And that's the 3rd out.
We'll put up 1 in the
One run in
first
the inning,
on
but they
Skubal.
leave 2. On to the bottom of the 1st. It's the Angels 1 and the Tigers nothing. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Jose Soriano. Having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
2 scoreless so far for Soriano, and
That
we
one
are
in
back
there to
at
Mike
the
Trout.
plate. Strike 1.
And it's fouled away.
Bad swing there. Good pitch. 0-2 count, 2 outs.
And now 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2.
Pitch.
Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get
Ball
hurt.
2. Foul ball.
Fouls it back with
2-2
2
count.
strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do
Come
damage
on,
against
Trout.
mistakes.
Come on, baby.
But
Come
that's
on.
not what that pitch was.
Swing and a ball
I like
driven
that.
out to center.
It
That's
could
back.
play.
And it
Home
flies to the deepest
run.
part
He's
of
gonna
the park.
round
No
them all.
doubt about this one. Home run. That'll fire up the dugout. His 12th of the season. It's 2-0.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but those plays are so tough to pull
Just
off. And
barely
I'm sure he'd
out
love
of
to have
reach
another
of
shot at
Austin
it.
Meadows.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
Great
One
way
out,
to start
bases
things
empty.
off. Trout with both of our runs, and we're in the 5th inning. Sounds about right.
Out towards right center field.
Got it.
Trout makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Soriano must be throwing a gem. 0 allowed through 5.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so
Right
far.
on
Here's
cue.
how the starters have performed up to this point.
0 strikeouts. Wow.
Skubal back to work. A changeup
Ball 1.
missing.
Circle
And that's
change
ball
in the
1.
dirt.
Headed down the line.
Foul ball. 1-1.
And that's a foul ball.
Pitch. Oh.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground.
Oh, that's going to be out. That's tough.
Puts it away for the out. One away. One down.
Bottom six. Soriano's
up
still
now for
in.
the Tigers.
One down. Colt Keith swings.
A swing and a soft liner. Fair ball.
Well, that certainly feels
Nothing
good
too
when you can
exciting
win
there.
the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But
Foul
whatever
ball
you want to call it,
on the
it's a
sinker.
knot. And those are the ones that will make you smile as a hitter just about
Alex
every
Range
time.
on the mound now. 2-2 game.
Outside low, and it's 1-1.
It sucks we gave up the lead on Soriano's great outing. If you look at the bottom, Vlad Jr. has taken the lead for first place in batting average in the AL. Love to see that.
And a pitch. Out to short. Connor
Blooper to
Falefa
short.
throws to first in time. And
Now
that'll do
only
it.
8.
Angels go down 1.
Looks
And
like
up next for Detroit, Nolan Gorman.
We are
2-1 game,
one out
but
away
2
from winning
away
this
here in the
ballgame.
bottom of the 9th. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first in
Angels
time, and this
win.
one is over.
Angels
and
win.
The Angels even this series up at a game apiece.
Every team wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he delivers for his squad. They expect to win when he's on the mound at the end of the ball game, and he just produced his 25th save of the year.
And your final 4-2 for
25th
Chris Singleton
save
and our
of the year
entire
for Ben
outstanding
Joyce.
crew here at
And
MLB
Aroldis
The Show.
Chapman gets the
I'm John
win.
Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
I will never tire of seeing Mike Trout hit home runs. All right. So we're 1-1 with Detroit in the series. Detmer's on the mound versus Flaherty. We win 5-2. And we take the series from Detroit. Great game from Joe Adell. Detmers gets the win, 1 allowed through 5. Bullpen comes through clutch. Love to see it. And then we got a 4-game series here with the Texas Rangers. We're definitely going to want to get into some of that. And so we're 1 game back from the Rangers, so this series is actually going to be very important. So we're going to put a lot of focus into this one for sure.